Hey Patrick, how you doing? Oh, interesting. It says... Oh, now it updated. It didn't tell me that anyone was here. It still said 0. Let's get some music going. Twice. So Patrick, you'll be the test. Is this too loud? I have some music going in the background. I don't want it to be distracting. Oh, you're here twice. Yeah, we'll get rolling in a second here. Get all the lights on in the machine. Sounds good? Awesome. Check for delay. I think there is a little bit of delay. I'm still trying to figure that out. Why is this not? Hmm. 20 seconds? Alright, that's not too bad. Well, why don't we get rolling? Oh, my wife's here. Hi, honey. Gotta get the heat going in here. It is cold. Take a stroll around, see what everything looks like. What do we got going on here? This one. Did this one connect? What's going on? Oh, we got 3 now. Welcome. Let the big biz know you're live. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, let's try this now. There we go. Alright, let's get it. Patrick, how about now? Can you hear the music at all? Sounds good. All right. So just taking a stroll around the property, see how much snow we have. So far, it doesn't look like too much. Be on the road all day tomorrow. We'll probably live stream. All right, I'll try and jump in there, pal. Now you're a hotshot trucker, right? Am I right about that, or you told me you were hauling out of a Dodge 3500? Thanks, live stream. Thank you, honey. Yeah, looks like we actually have something to plow this time. The first stream, there wasn't really a lot to plow. Oh, a transfer driver, gotcha. Listening first stream. Oh, I didn't know you were there. Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you being there. It was my first round of the mobile streams. I didn't realize you had to catch the chats. I thought they would just kind of hang out, like the same format that it is in the computer. But apparently you have to catch the chats, or they disappear. Grace Cajun, how are you? Yeah, no, I am glad that I was able to get into the mobile live stream. This is more my style. Especially streaming from a laptop. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not too interesting of a guy, so aren't we all, right? But I figure we haven't had many snow streams this year, so we might as well, I can fill in some gaps. This facility can be pretty challenging to plow too. We have two machines running here at the same time. So we have it's a Doosan 200 front loader, and we have a Cat. It's a 226 226-2. I think it's a 4th gen machine. I'd have to check it. What do we got here? 226D3. Real nice machine though. For that weight class machine, that thing's got a lot of power. Seeing a warm camper near Florida line. Looks cold there. It's not too bad. It's I think it's like 38 degrees or so, 40 degrees. It has been cold. This year's been seasonably warm. Cold in Kentucky. What do you got, Patrick? What do you got for a temperature? Mid 40s, huh? Yeah, it's pretty cold for Kentucky, I imagine. I've never been to Kentucky, actually. I'd like to get down there. Mid 50s tomorrow. Nice. Now, is that unseasonably cool, or is that normal for Kentucky? I'm not sure which part you're in. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it can get pretty cool up in the mountains, right? Oh, it's normal. Oh, that's good to know. Stubby, long time no see. How you been? $53 now, and down to 37 tonight. I like those cool nights though. I like my wife and I keep the house a little cooler. I like those cool nights. You know, we all get sick of it though. Oakland nowhere. Teens here tonight. You like to keep that. Oh, down to the teens, huh? That's pretty cool. That's colder than here. It's actually kind of odd for us to have snow when it's this warm. It's right now it's about 36, 38 degrees. Truck's plugged in, yeah. Yeah, I gotta get better about that. I never really plug my truck in. Just kind of hurt yourself for doing it. But I like to when it's gonna get cold. If it's in the teens, I'll plug it in or something like that, or single digits. But let's see our little iceberg. Yeah, I'd say it's about time to push that down. It's definitely nice plowing a loader compared to a skid steer. It's amazing the comfort level. This thing's got an air ride seat and all that. You know, it's a nice heavy machine. Lots of power, which is great. That helps a ton. The only kicker is you can't really get the detail work. You gotta play with the parking lot a little bit. That's why you'll see me kind of swerving around like this. Stacking that pile. There we go. Nice. F-250 with the 6.2. How do you like the 6.2? I've heard pretty good things about it. Plowed skids here 5-6 years. Open cab. Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I've never plowed an open cab machine, fortunately. The only issue with these loaders is you lose the traction. Little dangly thing. Yeah, the only issue with these loaders, you'd be surprised, they don't really have great traction. You'll scoot along and you'll spin the tires real easily. Yeah, we might be out here longer than I thought. 6.2 is good engine, that's good to hear. Yeah, I don't have much exposure to the 6.2. I've never owned a gas truck, and I think my father, he's only had, let's see, my father had a gas engine, like a gas V8, but he bought the new one, the 7.3. Before that it was a, what was it? The 5.4 Triton, he bought that one before. But that wasn't a good motor. It was a strong motor, but those spark plugs were an issue. Ran a cat front loader a few times. Yeah, the cats are nice. Cats are real nice machines. The only issue with cats now is that, and I guess this goes for most modern machines, they're all going to electric over hydraulic controls. And these older machines, now this Doosan I think is a 2010 or 11, and a lot of the newer Japanese machines, like, or I don't know if they're Japanese, like Kubota, Yanmar too, I think, they'll have pilot controls for the joystick, so they do good. They're a lot easier to control. You can have a better feel of what you're actually doing. Electrical hydraulics a little delayed, so it's a little slower response time. Doesn't having like the touch is a little harder, if you know what I mean. I like this loader though. It's got pilot controls, nice, really light power steering. Start following that little loader. You start following that little loader around, see how long he wonders what you're doing. So you'll actually see in the future I do follow, or in the future, and I usually do follow that little loader around. A lot of this I really can't do on my own, just because I can't backtrack with this loader, so I have to follow the skid steer around. He does all the detail work, and I just move piles around. Me and him work pretty well together, though. This is the first year I plow with him, and he does a pretty good job. How much snow are we expecting? So I don't know. It was forecasted that we were getting 10 to 15 inches of snow. And that has changed drastically, because none of the snow that came down actually accumulated. It all melted as it hit the ground. So I don't know how much we're getting. On the ground right now, on the grass I should say, we have about 5 inches of fresh snow. I bet we're going to accumulate another inch or two tonight, so we'll probably be around 6 or 7 inches tonight. Not really a lot. This season's been pretty dull. We're really just in for a scrape so they can throw some salt on it and we can go home for the night. We weren't even really sure if we were going to have to come back in. We ended up leaving about 20 minutes after I ended that stream, so I was off site around 4 o'clock. Which was more than welcome. I'm not a huge fan of hanging around for these snowstorms to accumulate. Let's see, let's get this in the pile. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Where is that skipper? There he is. Keep the phone for chat. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I like to do at home. Yeah, that seems to work really well. To be honest, I wish I had something else I could watch the chat on, because the chat will disappear if you're using the same phone, so you really kind of need something else next to it. Let's see, let's cut across here. Yeah, we got a good coating now. So for those who don't know, this is the setup we're using is a Doosan 200 loader. I use my app. Yeah, that's a good one to use. So this is a Doosan 200 loader with a 12-foot push box on it. This machine weighs about 27,000 pounds. So it's about a 13-ton loader. And it does pretty well pushing the snow. So, you know, four-wheel drive like most loaders, and the box is nice for these parking lots. You don't have to really worry about if it's nice and sticky snow. You don't really have to worry about it spilling out of the box. It'll just kind of allow you to scoop it around wherever you want it to go. Yeah, you said you use your iPad. Chat and GPS. Safely, that is, yeah, safely. I'd like to get an iPad or something like that. That would be good. That's big to me, at least. You're zipping around pretty fast. Yeah, this is a pretty quick machine. When we're only scraping like this, I can usually keep it in the high gear, and that seems to work pretty well. If not, if we have like a bigger storm, I usually have to kick it in third gear as its max. And this is an automatic, so it shifts on its own. But it is selectable at the same time. But when the snow gets heavy, you don't want it shifting. So you try and limit it in its highest gear, it'll go with the most power. So if it's real heavy, I'll usually do, I don't know, second gear or third gear. I guess that depends. This is really heavy, really slushy snow, but there isn't really a ton of it. Gonna zip around here. Let's get this out. Part of the business or a side contract? So that's the side contract. I'm just contracted out to run the machine for the facility, and you know, just making a little extra money like we all want to, right? But I've done it for a while. I did this in college, and I got out of it after I got out of college, but I realized that I could probably still do it. So, and I like doing it. I like keeping my licenses active, and and running machines. So I like to get out here as soon as I can, or as much as I can, I should say. That's right, gotta make the money. Gotta make the money. Usually the storms are a little longer duration, but I mean, this is like kind of a long duration storm, but it still doesn't really want to accumulate. It's all just water. We're really pushing around lakes. Turn down the heat in here. It's getting hot. The skid steer I usually run with does a pretty good job. He's need that money so you can buy all the Skookum stuff on your Amazon list. That's right. That's it. I've heard that Overton's putting together a nice little Amazon list for us. I'm looking forward to that. He's doing he mentioned it today. He wants to do a first-time reloader. So anyone who is still trying to get into reloading but doesn't really know what to buy, he's putting together a list of items that he recommends, which I think is great, and I would like to buy some of that stuff. Reloading is something I wanted to get into for a while. My list keeps growing. Yeah, my list keeps growing too. WRC, didn't know you're in here. How you doing? Buy one thing and add 3 more. Yep. That's right. Where are the manholes? So this machine's got a steel cutting edge on it, so I can't run over. I have a string of manholes to my right here, and I can't run these over, or else the machine will jump and buck and go all crazy. So I usually leave it up to the skid steer to do it. He's got a rubber edge on that machine, so it works a little better for him. Let's see, this pile's getting pretty large. Let's try and stack this to the side. There we go. In like Flint. Caught some of your early live two-wheels. Nice. Well, I appreciate you being there. This is my first swing at the mobile live streams. I finally got enough subscribers to do it, and YouTube allowed me. So I'm pretty happy I can do this. Now I can stream some stuff when I'm working outside or all that stuff. Does that steel edge on the plow ever tear up asphalt? It does not really. It's pretty strong. So let me see if I can get in a picture here. So the steel edge has got that blue line, right? And it's all rubber. I think I might have explained this to you earlier, Brandon, but for everyone else, it has a rubber brake. So anytime you hit anything hard, the idea is that the steel will peel back. I've never torn up any asphalt with it, but when it's this warm, I wouldn't be too surprised if you caught something loose and it came up. I have seen some asphalt in some of the snow. It's tough to tell. Can the blade/bucket free float? So this machine doesn't have a float. Not that I know of, at least. It has auto functions, so I can push it all the way back and it'll go into load, or if I can go all the way down and it will. I can click it all the way forward and it'll go all the way to the ground. But I don't know if it, I don't think it can float. Let me try it. So I do this and I click it forward. Now, so it's lifting up the tires when I do that. It'd be great if it did float. If I could float the bucket, it would make it so much easier. I have to do all this manually, which isn't too bad. The skid shoes that are on this this bucket have some rubber, so it allows it to kind of give me a little bit of leeway, but it's still it's enough where you have to pay attention to what you're doing. If you could float the bucket, that would be awesome. I think a lot of cats you can float the bucket. I don't know. I've never run a large cat. I've run some smaller cats. What do we talk about here? No, we got Battle Chemist in here too. Battle Chemist, welcome. Alright, I believe we're almost ready to go into the back. What are we doing over here? Just another dude in the inner tubes, that's right. Aren't we all? I think the other thing with this machine too, with it not being in float, it scrapes better. So I can just rest the bucket on the ground, and the feet, since they're kind of floating on their own, I can get good ground contact. If it was in float, you would. If you got enough snow in front of it, it might lift the arms. Especially with this real wet, heavy stuff. You'll see when we get into the back here, I'm probably going to get pretty close to filling the bucket. This stuff's real sticky and it really wants to hang around. Live call, I think I missed the live call. Let's see, I think we're ready to go in the back. Let's clean up the pile. I like to clean up these piles for the skid steer because you can't stack as well as this thing can. I have the power, I can just push it right back like that. No problem. Oh no, the wood stump's almost out. Let the wood stove go out. Well, we got a nice, it's a cast iron wood stove, so it we have a Vermont casting. It's a nice cast iron wood stove, and it works really well. It's catalytic, so even when the fire goes out, it'll hold heat for a good couple hours. It's hot to the touch for a while, so I should be good to restoke it. Kentucky's trying to pass a 32-hour work week, really? So what? Patrick, can you explain that a little bit more? 32-hour work week. So what would that be? Is that they want to work 4 days a week with 3 days off, or are they gonna reduce it so you hit overtime at 32 hours? How does that work? Oh, $30 work would increase my actual. Yeah, that would be quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like that would increase my work significantly to a 30-hour work week. Not sure the full details. Yeah, some of these things are going kind of crazy. 32 hours though. Wow, that would be a quick week for me. So I think some of you guys were asking earlier how is this? If this is more like mowing, or asking if this was like mowing. I guess it's like mowing in a sense that you want to keep stripping off areas that you haven't been, but you do kind of approach it like mowing. Except I like to, especially with this place, I like to do one side and then the other, because this machine will leave streaks all over the place. So if I can avoid leaving streaks all over and doubling back a bunch, I will. I do like to back up the entire way. Much more efficient. Rather than turning around. Sometimes turning around makes sense to do, but it makes you a better operator. These loaders too will kick out at you if you turn too fast. Right here, this might be a problem. Oh man. Sometimes this skid steer creeps too close to me. Alright. Go for the next push. So this is our normal gig. He'll make piles for me right here, and I will take these piles down. Because that bay is all concrete all the way, right? It's a loading dock, so it's all concrete. If I get in there, it's all wavy and whatnot. Just 1 second. Yeah. So he wants to come back at 4? I mean, we're already here. Yeah, we might as well do it because it's not even really snowing right now. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think we should just do it now and then get out of here. And then if he wants us to go back out, we'll go back out. You know? He might want to check it before we go back out. But I don't think they solved it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was looking at the tracks earlier. It looks like he drove in, but I think he just drove around and left. You know? There's no way they solved it, because they solved it in my town, and the roads were black. Yeah, so I don't know, we might as well scrape it off, and if we scrape it off, you know, maybe we won't have to come back out, maybe we will. What's that? It is what it is. We might as well do it. We're already here. You know? Cool. Alright. Yeah, so we had a quick conversation because I guess they're going to want us to come out early in the morning. Maybe. It seems like there's another burst coming. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to scrape it off for now and then maybe go back out in the morning. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'd rather plow now. We're already here. Do you have your phone vertical or horizontal? I have it vertical. I tried doing the horizontal, but I couldn't get it to rotate and stay. They want to pay. That's all right. They will pay. They'd probably be okay with me staying here all night, but my wife wouldn't like that. So. I made you dinner. I'll be back for dinner. I'll be back in a bit for dinner. I've been eating those beef jerky things you got me. Those are really good. Once you start a live stream, it won't. Yeah, it won't switch, but I couldn't get it to stay horizontal when I was trying to start the live stream. I'm not really sure what I was doing wrong. I'd be a little surprised if we went back out. It is not. I don't think it's even snowing right now. It's real slushy. It's gonna be warm. I don't know. This stuff's all water. You guys can't see the edges, but it's just pouring out like water. I think one of these times I'll try and get the phone horizontal, and if I can do that, then that would be, you'd be able to see a lot more. Alright, let's go down the side now. Oop, we're down to 4 now. It's a learning. It absolutely is a learning process. It's kind of surprising how difficult it is to use, since YouTube's supposed to be, you know, the social media app supposed to be it's supposed to be intuitive, and it's just not. It's difficult to use. It seems like if you were to start a scheduled stream, it doesn't really want to let you back in if you close the window. And I figured out how to get back in, but it wasn't obvious. And I thought it would be much more obvious than that. But I don't know, it is what it is. I was just happy that it finally allowed me to mobile stream. I've been trying for almost a week now. And at the very last second this morning, it allowed me to do it. Yeah, not at all. It is not intuitive at all. It's a little surprised. I thought they would make it a little bit more user-friendly. It's just not. Several times Cody had to have someone send him the link for the chat. Yeah, right. It is much easier, and they don't really want to show you, like, send you anything. I couldn't even find my own live stream earlier to send the link out. I had to wait until I got here and start the thing before I could actually send the link out.
talk about using GoPros for live. I've heard nothing but horrible things about them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped looking into it. I started looking into it, and I thought it might be a good idea, because I know that GoPro has like an okay image stabilization, but after I looked into it a little bit more, you have to use their app to stream through YouTube, and the battery life on GoPros isn't great. It's very, it's not very, I don't know, they don't last very long. So, not compared to your phone. I mean, you can leave your phone hooked up to the charger, and it seems to work okay.
I have a GoPro Hero 10. It has some okay features, but it's kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. They seem nice, and I like using GoPros, but I don't really like the picture they put off. It almost has like a fisheye effect, and I'm not really a big fan of that. It always seems like their 4K isn't actually in 4K either. This is an iPhone 11, and I feel like it's got better picture quality than most actual cameras. Always changing the batteries in Alaska. Yeah, I'd imagine. A similar experience with a GoPro, I think it was a Hero 5, and the battery only lasted, I don't know, 20 minutes I think it was. It was not very much. You have to account for uploading and processing time for Premiere Lives. I think I might have missed the beginning of this. Try a Premiere Live. I don't think I've heard about a Premiere Live. I might have to check into that. Is that a better way to do it? Is that how everyone else does it? The Premiere Lives? Forward to mid and live chat. Oh, interesting. All right. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I like watching the lives when they have the chat in. I don't know. It just seems like a better way to do it, in my opinion. I like being able to read the chat. Yeah, we're moving now. So this loader will do 40. It measures its speed in kilometers an hour, so it'll do 40 kilometers an hour, or that's about 25 miles per hour. Sir, yep. Yes, sir. Let's see, where's my skid steer? There he is, off to the right. Let's get these streaks off of here. Yeah, I like the poles too. I've been trying those out. I noticed that you were trying them, so I want to try them myself. And I do like the poles. It's just like a quick way to, throw something up. I think it's interesting. I really like the lives personally, rather than actual making content. With the lives, you can just kind of throw the camera up, here we are, rather than making like the other content. You have to actually produce that and edit it, put it all together. It takes a lot of time. But with the lives, you can just kind of click the camera on, and here we are. What do you mean by a different number, Patrick? Different number of polls, or different number of options, maybe?
Different numbers, well, interaction in the chat makes decent content versus editing. Yeah, I like the interaction with the chat. That's the thing. Viral shorts. Oh, interesting.
I'll have to try that. Yeah, it's really the chat for me. I really like the interaction. I just think it's interesting because you can, actually talk to these people in real time rather than just throwing something up on YouTube. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the way that I like YouTube. I like the way that how you can post things and just kind of throw up whatever you want, but to an extent. But I like the interactive chat. I just think that's very different, especially doing stuff like this. I mean, it'd be very difficult to actually record something like this. Or like Patrick's lives. I mean, it'd be very difficult to record just driving, but instead you can just throw in a live chat. Everyone can talk. You can talk to the host. You can talk to other people in the chat. It really captures my attention.
Live chat is great.
Until you start getting haters and trolls. Well, that's why we have moderators, right? Thing is, if you're doing something good, someone's going to dislike it, right? This is the way of the world. So you gotta, I don't know, just take everything with a grain of salt, I guess.
I have trolls in my vids,
yeah. Fortunately, I haven't really run into anyone who actually trolls anything, but, I'm sure that day will come. I got thick skin, too.
Jealousy, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're doing something right. You got something that they want. That's why they're there. They are there. All right, this is gonna be a really bumpy stretch. This is where they're using parts of the trailers, and it's made ruts in the asphalt. So I like to go fast, but it seems to help with the speed. The tires take it better. There we go.
Just put a troll doll on your dash and smack it each time they start.
I like that idea too. That's actually pretty good. Every time a troll shows up, you just hit the doll. That's a good one. I like that. Now we got some good people. I'm happy that we got the group we got. Amazon for a troll action figure. Oh, yeah, this is a bad section. Might just have to go slow with this one. trying to get my music to play, but for some reason my just won't play. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. It knows. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Start pushing some of these trailers in. Oh, lucky my guy in the skid steer's been doing a nice job. Push that whole thing over. Give him a hand. It's nice doing places like this with two machines. It just takes a lot of stress off you. You get it done really quickly. I bet we'll have this whole thing done in another hour. There's a Trump troll doll. That would be pretty good. Oh, jeez. Where are those dollies?
Best to avoid music we can hear on a live stream. It's audible for long enough. The stream could get a copyright strike and be unable to watch a replay in the country. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's interesting. That you can get a copyright strike. I'll have to be careful of that. Nice to have a little bit of background noise. Maybe I'll bring some AirPods or something. That way you can listen to it there. Get the streak. I'd like to mount the phone a little higher next time, I think. Because all you guys can really see is the cylinder, right? Which I'm sure isn't too bad, but it'd be a little more interesting if you could see the entire plow.
See what happened on one of the gamer stream channels I watch. Also doing his PC's veterans and sometimes he plays music and replays it available later.
That's very surprising. I guess I get it, but at the same time, it's just a little music. Alright, let's put some trailers in. Oh, we got 6 people now. Very nice. Welcome, whoever our new joiner is. Did I read that right? Oh, no. It's 5. Never mind. It's a troll. Maybe it is a troll. Be the first one.
Get it and make it a live stream thumbnail.
Somebody mentioned getting radios earlier. I was thinking about it at home. I'd like to get a few more of those valve things. I got a UV5R. I got a couple of them, but I'm still trying to get the other one programmed. For some reason, it's a newer one, and it's fighting me. I was reading something about that they changed the software, so now you can't do certain things with them anymore. Although I have a wireless programmer from, I think it's TD Radio or TID Radio. I like the valve things. They work pretty well. Good power for such a small thing. Great battery life. I'm impressed with them. I think I actually learned about them through the Wrangler Star channel, if I remember right. Oh, watch out for that. Push in the other.
Pulling you into the ham radio signal group.
Yeah, that would be great if you could. I was looking at the 8HP. I'd like one with a bigger battery, or just a little bit more power. The UV5R is good, but I kind of lose it, lose the signal occasionally. I was looking at getting a bigger antenna for it. I'd heard that kind of helps. I like having those things on me though. They're good to whenever I'm traveling. I like to keep one in the car. You know, just in case you gotta get a scanner or something. Sometimes I work with surveyors and they like to use GMRS radios.
Radio power here on Sunday, Saturday for the battery belt.
Nice, very nice. Very nice. I need to get some kind of a radio pouch for the truck, or like some kind of like a holster or something. I like to have it. I'd like to keep it in like a cup holder without it bouncing all over the place. You have a better antenna? What size antenna do you have? I was looking at one, I forget the name, but it seems like a bigger antenna helps with the power quite a bit. Or not the power, but I guess the clarity. I don't know the technical term. Oh, hers, really? I'd like to get my license, not my ham radio. Nagoya, that's it, yes. Nagoya. Yeah, I think it was more like a whip antenna style. It was metal. From what I could put together, it seemed like that was the way to go. I gotta go back more. I got a whole big streak up against the building. Alright, let's get this streak off the building. You guys see the steam coming up? Wow. That's from, so that's the friction up against the concrete. Whenever I put this blade over concrete, the cutting edge gets hot, real hot, to the point that it starts making steam with the snow. Now there it is again. We got a good pile here.
Push this over.
I believe someone was asking earlier where we if we ever haul the snow off. This is kind of where we go if we have to haul the snow. There's a on both sides right here. There's a big drop off. One goes into the ones and one goes into a big drainage basin. And we essentially just push the snow off the side there. We can put. We've never run out of room with that. We'll just haul snow there with triaxle or 10-wheelers. That seems to work out pretty well. Let's see, we got 7 people now. Welcome.
What's on? NA771, 15 to 16 inch. Yeah, I've heard that's a good flank. Nagoya,
Yeah. Nagoya is the first one I heard of for if you want to get a bigger antenna. That's the first one I've heard of. I'm sure there's others. I know it's important to get like a quality antenna from what I've heard. I saw someone recommending Crash, Radio Crash Course, Battle Chemistry, yeah. Radio Crash Course, that's a good one. I've watched quite a few of his videos. I really like, what is his name? Not a Rubicon Productions. I know he's not as informative, but he's a really funny guy. He makes it he makes like a boring topic much easier to swallow, especially when you're getting a lot of information thrown at you. Radio Crash Course is good though. He does a good job of it too. He boils down a lot of it.
Save the vid for the course, yeah. What was that?
There's a big bump right in the middle there. Brutal. I'll go slow so we can get this away from the building.
Another thing to think about is finding the local repeaters for your area. UV5R is the line of sight, so I haven't been able to hit a repeater. Able to hit a repeater halfway between you and someone out of range can make a difference.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to use the repeaters. I know you have to set the specific tones, if I remember right. Fortunately, my area actually has a lot of repeaters. There's a lot of radio clubs that operate them, so they're all like really well maintained. They're very nice, tall repeaters. They work really well. But I'd like to figure out how to tap into those. Yeah, very smart to do that.
Oh, sorry, I missed your message. Keep one of my work trucks if I run into trouble while working out of town, another for personal rigging adventures.
I actually have a good story about that. I was working in New York at the time, and we were working really kind of remotely, and we didn't have any cell phone signal or anything like that. The phone didn't work, and there was a real bad storm coming in that we know about. And using the NOAA channels on the radio, we were able to actually kind of figure out where the storm was coming in, so we could, get out of it. And if I remember right, it was a really bad storm. There was trees coming down, and it was really, really strong winds. So I'm glad that we had that thing, because if we didn't know about that storm coming in and when it was going to come in, we would have got caught on top of this. It was a landfill, so we were out in the open, or in this big mountain of garbage, and if we didn't know when that was coming in, that could be a real problem, especially with lightning and whatnot. But I'm glad that we had those things. I've kept one in my work car for a while now. I like to keep one in my personal truck. Whenever I'm on the road, I like to bring one with me. They can be, excuse me. They can be pretty handy tools. The only thing I wish that Baofeng would do away with is that little flashlight on top. I wish they'd get rid of that little thing. I don't even know what the point of that is. They're very proud of that. Anyone else have a similar thought on that? Does anyone actually use the flashlight? I'd be curious to know. Great traction tonight. I'm not sliding around at all. Never used the light intentionally. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, never. That's true. Never bad to have a little extra light. That's what I mean about intentionally, though. I feel like I've clicked that thing on by accident more times than I've actually. I don't even really know how to turn it on. I think you just hold some button, but I've always clicked it on by accident. This one might get rough here. We'll see. Look at the steam coming up. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure there will be that one time. I like to keep the manual with it as well, in case you have to do something with it that you're not really too familiar with. I know we're all about staying familiar with our equipment and all, but that UP5Rs have a lot of little features. The manual is very helpful. I think it's really, it's not well written, but it does have, it tells you how to do what you need to do, to put it softly. I believe Not a Rubicon on YouTube, he did a big video, not a big video, but like a nice video about walking through what every feature in the radio actually does. And when I first got into those, I found it really helpful.
Also down the Word doc, the instructions and how to program FR.
Oh, the privacy tones, that's a good move. Those are the features I'm talking about, though. I'd really like to figure out how to get into that stuff, because I haven't figured out how to do the privacy tones yet. And I know it's just you're not technically supposed to use those on GMRS channels, and you know, maybe it's a good idea to have the privacy tones on. But at the same time, who's gonna know? Let's see, we're just pushing big puddles of water now. All this slush.
Privacy channels never are just a tone, not really encryption.
Yeah. No, I guess I wasn't aware of that. That's what I mean. I really want to figure out how to actually use these things. Use them well, not just be able to actually just by it. I feel like using one of those things skillfully is a challenge. Let's see, spin around right here.
Sets the vibration either side. What is this? Purchased a throat mic setup and was surprised at how well it worked. Speak softly if people can hear me on the other end. Sets the vibration on either side of my voice box or on the audible sound in the air. Very tactical. Interesting.
Yeah, I bet the throat mic would work pretty well. So do you have to actually key it up? Or does it just kind of pick it up when you start talking? How does it work? This pile's always interesting. It's a very soft shoulder, so if you go too far, you might end up at the bottom.
You can key it up or set the box on as a setting that you fire. Tried both and either work.
Interesting. And the remote key as well with Velcro on the back. Nice, yeah. That's something I definitely want to look into. Just an external mic. Well, that's a good piece of kit to have. See of this area. Oh, we got a truck coming in.
Says it needs to be said in all the live streams. Thank you, Fitz. Yeah, right.
Oh, I think it's time for a snack. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, we go with the sandwich. You gotta be honest, I've been missing Cody's live streams. I used to tune into those every day when he was doing them. I hope he starts doing them again soon. I know he said there's been some sickness in the house, but it'd be nice to see him back up, you know, around again. But he's a nice guy. He did a great job with those people. Yeah, I think we all do miss the streams. They're excellent streams. To be honest, I think those are the first live streams I really tuned into. I never really tuned into live streams before. But it was, I liked tuning into his. He had quite a few followers on there. Great community going. Great idea. I'm sure he'll get back into them sooner or later. Alright, let's take this thing around down the street. Go for that top speed. Sean, how we doing? Just got home from dropping the boys off, the truck off for inspection tomorrow. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those vehicle inspections can be a pain. Are you doing a commercial inspection, or is it a? I'm not sure where you're from. I know where I am, we have a commercial and a passenger inspection. And if you're doing passenger, it could be passenger is a little kind of not. This isn't bad, but commercial can be quite a bit. Quite a bit of time, I mean. No stickers. I'd have the windshield replaced with no stickers. Had to do it at night. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, Central Pennsylvania? Yeah. Yeah, up here I've struggled with my truck for years. My one of the fenders on the bed has some sharp rust, and one of the parts for our inspection is you can't have any, they say, quote unquote, holes in the body. So that can range from anything the size of a dime to missing like an entire fender. So one of the fenders is rotted out of my truck, so I've been looking in to get it replaced. But on those Super Duties, I'm sure some of you have run into that. On the 99 to 16 Ford Super Duties, the beds are like $3,000 or $4,000. They're unbelievably expensive. So you have to. I mean, some of these beds are worth more than the actual truck. So every year I've tried to just kind of scrape by getting the truck inspected, because I don't want to put a whole new bed on the truck. I've been looking into like a utility body or something, but I just can't bring myself to spend. I think it was, when I was looking into it, they were about $3,000. I think they're more now. I think they're close to $4,000 or $5,000. But I just can't bring myself to spend that type of money on a sheet metal bed. I'd rather buy a utility body. I get why they do it, but at the same time, some of these parts are crazy money. Especially for a truck that's only worth, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000. Oh, this is the man-eater. That was the fault I was talking about earlier on the stream earlier today. If you hit that vault going full speed, you're going to eat the steering wheel. And I almost took that thing head on a second ago. Got my 91 F Super Duty, 92 is the F450 flatbed. Love having the normal bed or utility bed. Yeah, I've been looking at the flatbeds. I really like the flatbeds. I've been picky with them because I really want a skirted flatbed, something so it kind of covers the frame a little bit. But because I have a 350, it's a single wheel. If it was a dually, I'd probably go with a. Still gotten any heavier? Yeah, the snow's gotten a little heavier. Yeah, if I had a single wheel, I would probably get a non-skirted if I had a dually, I'd probably get a non-skirted flatbed. But since I have a single wheel, I wanted to cover just a little bit. But I'm still working on that. The flatbeds they become very hard to come by in my area. Let's see. Could build one. Yeah, I definitely could build one, or pay to have somebody build one. I looked into building one a while ago. I just don't have the time to dedicate to it. I would like to do that. I got enough projects going around the house. My wife can attest to that. Has the snow gotten any heavier? The snow has gotten heavier. It's been it's really wet, very watery. But it almost seems like it's not snowing anymore. I got word that we might be going back out early in the morning around 3 o'clock. We'll see about that. I don't know. Stubby, thanks for coming. This has boxes under the flatbed. The dually is not. What are we talking about? Wet heavy, yeah. Boxes in the flatbed. The dually is not outboard, but flush dual wheels. A flatbed frame also has holes that take 2x4 fencing. Oh, nice. So you can put some sides on it. That's great. That's been the other killer. Well, I don't know. The town I used to live in, we used to have a dump that you would have to actually bring everything to, but now we have pickup. So I guess it's not as big of a deal. I used to like having a regular bed because I just throw everything back and then just drive to the dump. But now I don't really have to worry about that too much. And my father has a trailer that I borrow whenever I need to get loose materials. That's the kind of snow we get regularly in the PNW. Wet, heavy, yeah. Yeah, we usually, honestly, the snow that we usually get over here is typically pretty similar. It's usually very, very wet, very heavy snow. But this year, we just haven't really gotten anything. It's been a very, very dry year. Or it's all turned to rain. This has pretty much turned into a rainstorm. It really hasn't been much at all. We are getting there though. This is gonna melt. Got a jet. Thanks so much for streams today. Sean Mooney, Kitchen. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you being here. It's great to chat with all of you. I like it. Makes this go a lot faster. Plowing drags on. You do it for so long, doing the same exact motions, the same thing. Yeah, shoveling by hand does suck. Unfortunately, all this snow that we've had, can't use a snowblower or anything. So you have to shovel it all off, and it's just, my driveway is about, I don't know, 100 feet long, something or so. So you have to shovel the whole thing off or it'll freeze. get that swing. Oh, man.
My riding motor worked half. Damn, I'd bring it up something on the front. It only runs when it wants to. It's fine.
For as long as it wants to. Yeah, I was looking into that too. I wanted to put a blade on my lawnmower, but I don't know. I'm trying to get into a. I'm not sure if anyone has any experience with these. They're I think they're called subcompact tractors, or garden tractors, I believe. I don't know if anyone has any experience with those. I've been looking into getting a John Deere 455. It was like a 90s garden tractor, and it has hydraulics and all that, so you can put like a little bucket loader on it, or you can put a snow blower or a they have two-way plows on it, I believe. It's all hydraulic. It seems like a nice machine. They're diesel. I'd like to look into something like that. Like a perfect little homeowner unit. Anything with a front loader is great for firewood. Let's see, here you get that up, rest that slush.
Bad part is my yard is a quarter acre with a ridiculous steep hill on half of it. I have to push mow it with a self-powered. End up using the Amish mower.
Oh, I know, the real mowers, I believe they are, right? Yeah, that's too bad. How big of a hill is it? Can you use a string trimmer? A string trimmer would probably work really well. Blade isn't turning if you aren't pushing. Yeah, yep. I know the mowers you're talking about. My father got one a long time ago, actually, from my mom. So we had this little part that was all fenced in, and she wanted to help, so he got her one of those reel mowers so she could push it and it would cut the grass. And actually, they work pretty well. If they're sharp, they work pretty well.
I do use my Husky trimmer on most of it, but when I do, I gotta walk backward down the hill or it digs me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, we gotta switch sides now. Nope, my skid steer guy's pushing all the snow down. Very nice. Oh, man, those potholes. This is where it's way more efficient to back up. This is a really short run. Doesn't really make sense to turn around. You can turn around if you want, but just pushing this off is way better. What we got here? Once you go down, it's easy, just a couple passes in the file. You're good to go. Might be making a trip to the gun store this Friday. Too, they got told they have a G43X MOS for around $400. Nice, that's a good price. I just put down a payment on it if it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I like the 43X. I think that's a nice. I haven't shot one. My wife has a 43. That's nice. I shot a Glock 26, I think it is. The double stack version. I personally carry. Well, it kind of varies for me. I have a Glock 17 that I like to carry, and I also have a Smith & Wesson Shield. And I like the Shield. The Shield's a great carry gun, but the grip is very aggressive. It's really sharp. Kind of hurts the inside of your, if you're carrying inside the waistband, it kind of hurts. But I like carrying my 17, but you really need to carry it under like a sweatshirt or something. You can't just carry it under a t-shirt. It's too much. For concealed, at least. I mean, if you're open carrying, that's a whole different story, but I'm more of a concealed carry guy. I like having concealed. 43X, so that's pretty good. Now the MOS, does that have the that has the plates? I'd imagine like the all the other Glocks they have, or the MOS Glocks. So it can set the sight, is what I'm saying. It's true, they do payment plans. That'll be a great way to, for the gun, can just go down every week and pay on it. Yeah. Yeah, it has the cut for an optic. My 17 has the cut for an optic too. I have an aftermarket slide on it. I didn't get the MOS. So the slide I have is a dynamic. It's a dynamic weapon systems Mark V. I think it's Mark V. Either Mark V or Mark 6 responder slide. So it has different cuts on it. It has like a front. I forgot the word. It has front serrations on the slide itself, and it's also cut for a Trijicon RMR, and that's a great little gun. I like the 17. The thing is, shoots really nicely. I don't think it's too big personally. I mean, it's a big gun. It's not crazy. I prefer to have the larger grip. Really nice for bump checking. That's exactly it. And I think you and I chatted not too long ago about changing the sights. I ended up putting some. I forget the name. Some metal sights. They have tritium in them, so they're night sights. And I really like the metal night sights. I think those work really well. You don't have to worry about them breaking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Glock sights. But other than the fact that they're plastic, I really don't like that they're plastic. And I'm also not a huge fan of the U shape that they start to come with normally. Taurus Special 380, it's so small for the toy and all that. Yeah, my wife has a 380 as well. That was her first gun. What was it? I can't remember the brand of it. It's a 380 pistol. It looks like a 1911. I think Kimber makes one similarly. This isn't a Kimber though. Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. They're compact guns. I can't hold on to the things either. I know exactly what you're saying. I had the same problem with my shield. My shield is a 45, so, and the grip's just not really that big. So, holding on to it almost like wants to come out of your hand. Not a huge fan of that. Let's see. I think we're getting pretty close here. Yeah, looks like we're pretty much done here, gentlemen. We have just cleaning up some streaks now. Stack the pile up. Sounds like we might be going back out, I guess. Let's put this up in the pile. Yeah. YouTube isn't the greatest about letting anyone know about anything. Well, welcome back, Overton. Unfortunately, you're just catching the tail end of it. But, yeah, they're not great about letting anyone know. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so I don't always miss things, but I've definitely missed some things. A lot of the shorts you've been posting, I haven't really been catching them. YouTube doesn't show me them. I have to actually go and physically check your profile for the shorts. I guess my wife's still on here. I didn't realize she was still here. Yeah, with everyone, it's insane. Oh, wife. Yes, thank you for being here the entire time. Wife will always be in here and mine and my streams as well. Yeah. Yeah, she really didn't want me to go tonight either. But gotta do what you gotta do. I think we're pretty much wrapping up now. Piles all pushed in. Gotta make the biscuits, that's right. Fortunately, plowing seems to pay pretty decent, so I don't mind it too much. This is just a second job for me, so. And since it's so occasional, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Everything gets shut down for snow anyway around here. My life, man, can't talk. My wife loves watching me on the Google Maps location sharing when I'm up exploring the mountains or shooting pro sleuths. Yeah, wives are pro sleuths. Can't get anything by my wife, I'll tell you that. My second is building 800 plus trucks and cars. Really? 800 plus horsepower. Nice. Very nice. Now, let me ask you this. Are you a diesel guy or a gas guy? I'm a professional sleuth. Yes, my wife is a professional sleuth. She knows what she's doing. Well, I think we're pretty much cleaned up. I'm gonna go talk to my guy. Looks okay for now, right? What's that? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run around. If you get this section right here, if you clean that up, I'll run around and clean up the piles. They're saying that we're gonna get like another burst or something. Really? Yeah, I'd be surprised too. It's so warm. But yeah, if you clean that up, I'll get the piles and make sure we're all set. And hopefully it doesn't accumulate. We don't have to come back out. But is he gonna call us, or should we just plan on coming in? All right. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Cool. All right, I'm gonna loop around the back. All right, we're back rolling. So it sounds like our game plan is we're gonna clean up what we got going on, call it a night, and then come out around 3 or 4 in the morning, but they're going to do a site check first. Make sure we're not wasting our time. Lou's trying to track down a 454. Oh, what do we got here? Half your job is keeping us in line. Yeah, that's exactly right. My buddy owns his own garage doing that. Bread and Butter is Cummins. We build everything with a motor. I'm currently waiting on a new drivetrain for my 79 Fairmont drag race. Shooting for 8 seconds in the quarter, but we'll see. Duramax was mine. Quad turbo kits, really? Wow. Let's try to track down 454 to drop in. We're going to build a 400 turbo. Very nice. Yeah, I've worked in a couple Duramaxes. Chevys are all right. They're not. They're definitely not my cup of tea, but they know how to build a truck. It always slowly drives me crazy with Chevy how you get like random metric bolts. That always kind of kills me. Not that Ford's any better, you know. I'm a pretty firm believer you can't really buy a bad truck these days. I think they're all pretty decent. I used to be a pretty anti-Dodge guy, but what was I saying? I used to be a pretty anti-Dodge guy, but honestly, I spent a lot of time in a Dodge 5500 with the Cummins, and that's a pretty stout truck. That was a 2019 or 2020, I think it was. I never spent any time like a 3rd gen or a 2nd gen Cummins. I spent a lot of time in 4th gen, or 4th gen Dodge. But they're all pretty decent trucks now. I grew up in a Ford family, so I've always kind of liked Fords. I've always liked the way they drove, and you know, it's a familiar feel. The truck I got now is a F350. It's got a 7.3 Power Stroke, which is it's got plenty of power for what I need to do. Got quite a bit of mileage on it now, 240,000. Sorry, 250,000. I think it's got 245 or 7. There's a reason so many Chevys are still on the road, yeah. Always been a big Ford Gasset guy. My buddy has always been a big Cummins guy. It's a Super Duty 7.3 actually. Going back and forth on a 2023 Suburban, really. I looked at the Suburbans not the Suburbans, it was a Tahoe. Because my mom was looking at one. And I wasn't a huge fan of them. I don't know. I don't really like modern Chevys, really. They're not, I don't think the feel is there. There's a lot of plastic going on. Like I said, not my cup of tea. Not that Ford is really any better. Everything's all plastic now. I really like the new aluminum F350s though, or Ford Super Duties. I really like the new ones that with the aluminum body. I think those are really stout trucks. I like the way they drive. They drive just like the previous generations, honestly. Great power. They're putting out like a lot of horsepower, big horsepower gas motors, and really strong diesel motors too. I'm a big fan of them. Oop, I got a streak right there. Should say turbo or not, those new Suburbans, yeah. You definitely need the top trim, yeah. Which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I miss the one they used to make, just, you know, everything was decent, and now it's just, you know, unless you're buying a vehicle that's $90,000, you gotta, it just doesn't feel the same, even though they're all the same vehicle. Oh, there we go. thing will jump in that track. I've gotten a lot of Ford Expeditions with work for company cars, and those seem to work pretty well. I like the Expeditions. I got a Tahoe once, and they are great driving vehicles. I like it a lot. But a lot of these new vehicles are coming with lane assist, which slowly drives me crazy.
Mag ride with airbags, the new Suburbans.
Really? I didn't know they had those. Very nice. I don't know if I've driven one with magnetic ride control. They're very, I don't know if I've actually been in a car with magnetic ride. I'm sure they drive nicely.
Gotta get lane centering, not lane assist. Lane centering is exactly Tesla autopilot. Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've had the lane assist before, and the lane assist is just annoying. It wants to push you, especially if you're driving in the snow. It just wants to tear the wheel out of your hands. And it just drives me crazy. I'm not a fan of that at all.
Lane centering, though, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it bounces you around. That's exactly it. It just bounces you like over and over off the lines. Alright, I think we're pretty well cleaned up. Well, if we actually get more snow, I'd be pretty surprised. Right there. Piles are definitely getting tall now. I like to make ramps into them so I can kind of climb up them. That pile's probably, I don't know, getting close to 20 feet tall, I imagine. Potentially higher than that. Get it up into the trees now.
Yeah, I gotta come up with a better setup. You guys can't even really see that, can you? I used to really like the escapes from Ford. My 17 isn't bad, but I wish I could still manually pick four-wheel drive. See at the front, not much at the sides.
Yeah, it's really zoomed in. I wish it was zoomed out just a little bit more. I gotta figure code, but I didn't really trust that it didn't. It wouldn't lock in horizontal anyway. I need to figure out a better mounting system. Right now I'm just using like a GoPro mount, and that seems to work pretty well. I haven't had any issues with it falling off or anything like that, but I want something that's a little more versatile. Look at that snowball. That thing just won't break. There we go. All right. Well, let's go find our skid steer, see what he's up to. It's got to be done soon. We actually had a guy flip a skid steer at this site one time. He was a new operator, and he was lifting the arms up and up, and he didn't realize that they're not that stable when you get the arms all the way up in the air, so he backed way up and too fast and stopped short, and the thing tried to roll over on him. He ended up catching it, but these skid steers can be real dangerous, especially if you don't really know, if you've never really run one before. I think the kid that was doing it was a new operator, but that would be bad. I almost flipped one time, way back in the day. I kind of did something similar. I had the arms all the way up in the air, and had the arms all the way up in the air, and I backed down this little hill, and with the arms all the way up, the machine is just like very tipsy. So I kind of backed down the little hill, and the thing started going over, and I caught it, and I ended up getting the arms down enough to the point that it wasn't so tipsy, and then I pushed forward and it got back down on all its wheels. But that's kind of a good trick. If you guys ever in a skid steer and you get in that situation, get the arms down as fast as you can, because you're just lowering your center of gravity. Same thing if you have like a heavy attachment or anything like that. I mean, this thing gets pretty tipsy too, but you'd be hard pressed to tip over a loader. That's pretty much it. That's fine. Okay. I think I'm pretty much good if you are. All the piles are cleaned up and we're all set around the building. So yeah, give him a ring, see what he says. I don't know if he's gonna do a site check or he just wants us to show up. Let's see what he says. I'll meet you over at the cars. All right. It's nice having these windows on both sides of me. I just flip them open and talk out the window. Smiley face, yeah. You ready for me to come home, I imagine? Just in time for... What time is it anyway? I don't even know how long we've been here. Oh, jeez. It's almost 10 o'clock. I didn't realize it was almost 10 o'clock. Radios, yeah, we did forget the radios again. I don't know. I don't know if the guy would use a radio if I gave it to him, to be honest. Maybe. I don't typically work with this guy, so I don't know. We'll see. I think just open up the window and talking to him is enough for me. Stack this thing. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to be able to zoom this out a little bit so I can show you guys how I make the piles, because the piles are pretty large. It's kind of it's a tough thing, stacking a pile, and like actually kind of pushing it back and getting a decent pile up. But, alright gentlemen, I believe that does it for us here. I think we'll go ahead and shut the stream down now. Thank you everyone for coming. Appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Good enough with that equipment. I bet you could pet your dog with it. Yeah, right. Alright gentlemen, have a great night. And ladies, thank you.